to have a Parks and Recreation Committee meeting. I know. So thanks for coming. And we've established a quorum. There's 4 of us. And that's all there is of us. So we're all here. Do we have a motion to approve the agenda, please?
I motion to approve the agenda.
Thank you. And a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor of approving this agenda for tonight, please say aye.
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 Thank you. Motion passes unanimously. Okay, so we have 3 sets of minutes to approve tonight. Welcome. We have June 18th, which was the meeting over in Crash Hall where we saw the bike video. And then we have July 2nd and September 2nd. Did you guys have September 3rd, my bad. Did you guys have a chance to look those over?
Yes.
If they're accurate?
There was just one thing that I remembered from the September 3rd one, that our ad hoc committee for the studying of the horse arena fee schedule was going to be James, Brian, and Julie McGill, but her name's not on here.
Okay.
But I remember that she even came to the meeting.
Julie
Could add Julie McGill to that.
McGill.
Julie McGill, Christine.
Where is that? Oh, I see it now.
Oh, it's
I see it.
yeah.
On the back side. Yeah,
Okay.
September 3rd on number 6.
That's all everything else looks good.
Same with you guys? Everything look good to you guys?
Yes.
Okay, do we have a motion to approve all 3 agendas?
I will make that motion.
Can I say, could we do separate ones?
Yeah,
for
sorry.
each?
I was trying.
I know.
Okay, the first
Thank
one,
you.
James and who?
I wasn't there for.
I'll second that one.
Wait, yeah.
Bettina?
And who
All in-
motioned?
Oh, James, will you motion?
Yeah, make a motion to approve June 18th.
Thank you.
And I will second that one.
All in favor of approving the minutes of June 18th?
Aye.
Aye. Aye. Okay, that passes unanimously. The second one is July 2nd.
I'll make a motion to approve that one.
Thank you.
I'll second that.
And all in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed? Nobody. Okay, and the third one is September 3rd.
I'll make that motion to
James,
accept that. Yep.
and I'll second it. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. So all of those are approved. We'll go down to public comment. Hi, everyone. Thanks for coming tonight. Does anyone have anything to share with us? You're just here for the meeting? How exciting.
What's going on?
All right.
That's good.
That's good. Okay. If you want to talk, I don't really make you talk during public comment. You can talk whenever you want. Just raise your hand. Okay, so let's go down to 5, portable toilet at the Gymkhana field.
That was mine.
Okay.
Do I have to go up there?
No.
No, you don't have to do anything.
Oh, you need me to?
We need you to
Oh.
be recorded.
Yep. Sorry.
All right.
I don't want to, yeah.
Nobody cares.
Yeah, okay.
We care.
I'm subconscious. Okay. So the porta potty. In the winter time, the last 2 winters, well, especially January 2024, it was just free floating there. And of course that water was backwashing and flooded my place, like a lot of water. So I'm concerned about it. I had, without going into the past, anyways, I had requested that it be removed or at least temporarily when storms are happening or figure out something with that. But nothing happened. I ended up calling environmental health and they're like, oh, that shouldn't be there. So then they called the
Can you
city.
tell me where it was?
It's at that Gymkhana field.
Right, but
On the
where?
corner.
It's right,
By the
right,
gate.
right. Yeah. And I'm glad
The
it's
front
there. It's
gate?
great. I don't need to use it because I live down the road.
Okay.
but it's great for other people. But and I talked to Jill about that, just like, wow, I had some ideas about, well, if we're going to have it in the winter time, could it be up on a platform, like we could build a temporary platform with stairs so it's like 3 feet high. I mean, it wouldn't be wheelchair access, but it's not like a porta potty necessarily is anyways, handicap access. But she said because of the budget, they were just taking out anything that they can and thinking that that was one thing that the city was the luxury the city couldn't afford right now for the winter time. And so she said, well, it's not really an item because we're just going to do that just to save some money for the city because we're in such a crunch right now. But I just wanted to let you know that we had had that conversation, and I just want you to know, as with the second item on there, that is also me. I don't have any problem with that being there. I'm really the horse arena is like my favorite thing about living where I live, seeing all those horses and everything that happens there. But but of course we don't want like a public safety to happen. So I know that Public Works tried to they put about 6 inches of gravel down to raise it up a little bit and tied it with a string so it wouldn't, tilt. But if and the creek is such a mess that it's likely that we'll have another high water event. Even if it's tied, then the water can just rush in, right? If it's, conceivably it's 3 feet or more high, the water has been. So my thought was like, if it's not going to be there this year because of budget, but if the people who use that want to pool money in and have it there in the winter time, that might be a scenario. I just want to.
What if you opened your bathroom up to the,
So, but no, no, it's not just me. It's
I
a
know.
safety hazard having.
so
sewer.
it's gone, right?
No, it's going to be gone after this next.
Okay, and
This
it's gonna
next
be,
weekend. There's going to be so it's not really anything, but in the future, I just want it to float this.
Are you saying they're taking the B&B out?
For the winter time, yeah. So yeah.
because it floats away.
But it's
No,
not
no,
gonna
no, that's
float
not the
away.
reason. No, that's not the reason. The reason is because the budget. Jill is trying to get the budget down to the essentials that we need and everything that is, and you can bring that up with her, but that's, and I don't want to open up a can of worms. What I'm saying is, for the future, I just wanted to make a suggestion that in the winter time specifically, that there's a way to either put it on a trailer that it could be hauled out when we're going to have a big storm, and have portable stairs up to it, or something that gets it up at least 3 feet high, because it is
I
potentially
don't
3
see
feet of
why
water.
there is not a way to put it up on a little higher piece of land. Just
There isn't any higher piece of
yeah,
land.
there is. The whole thing slopes. So by the tennis courts, so it has to be accessible by a truck. So if they put it up by the edge of the tennis courts, on
But
the
that whole thing was inundated with water 2 years ago. That whole area was
yeah, but
inundated
not
with
3
water.
feet like the low spot where it is now. I'm saying there's higher.
Okay, well anyways, the thing is that right there is where the water.
It's a low spot.
Yeah.
And in the wintertime, it's just not a good place for it, and it is a public safety hazard, and I'm particularly sensitive to that fact. So I just want that to be on your radar, about like a better wintertime place for it where it's less vulnerable to becoming a public safety hazard. That's it. I don't know that we're gonna hammer out a solution here, but I want that to be in your, considerations about that, because if I see it and the storm's coming and it's in that low area, I will call the public health again. And it is nothing personal. It's a public safety hazard in it. And they said, no, it shouldn't be in a flood area
Okay.
where it's sitting on the ground. It needs to be not be in an area like that. So that, wherever that might be.
I think
And
there's
that's
some
just
higher ground we
investigating
could put it.
and
Yeah.
figuring out by monitoring it this winter to figure out okay, where would that place be and how could it be secured, or even, I don't know.
Yeah.
Anybody have questions for her?
What you said, was important, where is it? It does serve the horse arena.
I know.
It's by
Of
the horse
course,
arena,
yeah.
but it also serves, the basketball courts.
Yeah,
The tennis courts, the pickleball, and then the,
Walkers,
Right.
horseshoe.
So it is-
walkers.
right.
horseshoe pits,
It's
several.
right. So it's not about not having a porta potty there. It's
Yeah.
about having it be flood safe,
Did Jill say she's putting it back in?
Yeah,
after the
it's just
winter?
for the rainy season.
Okay.
Yeah. And if anybody wants to take that up with her about finding some kind of other solution, like, because it's a budget issue, that's what her main thing was, but then she said also, we're, it shouldn't be there. Environmental health says it shouldn't be in a flood area.
True.
So that's just if you guys want to come up with a solution that makes sense and have it there.
Did she
I
say
just
how
want you
much
to be
it
aware that
costs
that's,
then?
you'd have to talk to her about that.
Isn't that like $50?
No, it's more than that.
Is it more than that?
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean, she's like trimming
I-
every little bit off
I
to,
haven't rented them in quite some time, but
Yeah.
it goes on a 30-day
Yeah,
rental.
she was
and who
kinda
knows, maybe they give us
surprised.
a deal.
So you'll see in the B&B right across from the brewery.
Mhm.
Or we could talk to
Yeah.
them
yeah. So
for the winter.
Okay, thank you.
but that actually dovetails with the next issue.
Actually, the next issue, we're wondering why we are talking about flooding when we're the Parks and Recreation Commission,
I can tell you why.
but
Because
we're
this is
not
only gonna be
Public
a minute.
Works.
What?
We're not Public Works.
No, you're not. And it's not about you solving the problem.
Okay,
But
can
I
you
wanted-
have 2 minutes for this one,
That's fine.
please?
Yeah, it's a courtesy thing. I am in discussion with the city and I did a presentation last week for them about the flooding with visuals
Mm-hmm.
and we're working on flood mitigation. So now they're like, okay, we need to focus on this. We see this is worse than we thought it was. And so but that has to do with that field that's in front of the Gymkhana
Mm-hmm.
is the designated storm drainage
Mhm.
for that area because there's no gutters on Broderick or Charlton. All the water just goes into there. And so we are going to try and come up with a better more capacity for water in that field where it used to be, because now it's diverted. There's been some alterations, and I don't want to get into that here. I just want to let you guys know that if this becomes an issue, I've just been noticing how things quickly become divisive, and this is not a divisive issue. This is more like, yes, we have recreation there, and we want to maintain that and make that work for everybody, but we also have to have adequate drainage for that area until some major overhaul for the roads, which would cost a lot of money, which isn't happening now. So if that happens, or when that happens, I just want you to know that my focus is that it's is compatible with the recreational activities there. That if we need to create some drainage into the field, there'll be some way of just kind of parsing that out. So there's still room for access in there, but there's also a drainage into an area because right now that's been kind of altered and it's become more of a place where things can park, but now the ground's all so compacted that it can't take any water and it's been mowed down. It used to be a really weedy field with lots of gopher mounds, which are great for drainage, and all those tall weeds that look so ugly create a root base. That means that the water can be absorbed, and it's been being maintained, being mowed straight down to the ground, which means that the ground, there's no root base in there, there's no plants holding. And so and between that and parking on it, we need to preserve an area that is like has a drainage. So I just want you to know that those two things are
Do you have any
on
questions
the
about it?
horizon as far as dealing with flood-related stuff, but has to do with
Yeah,
the activities there.
right. We just don't have any
No,
way of helping with the
no, I
flood.
don't need any help. I
Okay.
just want to let you know that that's on the radar.
Okay.
Introduce myself, say I'm trying to protect myself and my neighbors from flooding. I want those activities to carry on, but we have to find a way to work together
Gotcha.
on that. That's my intention.
Okay. What was your name?
Karina.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I forgot.
Yeah.
What was your last name, if you don't mind?
Well, you can do green like the color.
Okay. All right, Karina, anything else you'd like to share with us?
Maybe we should do the Powers Creek another time. So
Okay.
yeah, and you and I could just talk.
We don't have it on our agenda.
No, we did.
We
Let me
don't, we
know.
can't do it.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Thank you, Karina.
Can I
Thank
make
you.
a comment?
Mhm.
Sure.
So,
Darcy, can you use the mic, please?
okay,
Thank you.
I thought your presentation was really great. I'd like to sign up when you go clean up the creek again.
Yeah, we can get in there.
And I don't know if the arena parking lot is designated drainage, it's floodplain. But I felt that you forgot to mention in your presentation a couple of things. Last year, or when the huge flooding happened, it was an unusual combination of a king tide and 8 inches of rain. It was a real freak deal. So, and I understand your paranoia that you're gonna get flooded out again.
The creek is totally blocked.
True, it needs help.
That's the problem. That's why the Water Street harvested.
There, so there was not mention of the king tide and the 8 inches of rain. There was also no mention of the effects of the past marijuana industry and the destruction of property in the mountains that has caused erosion, that has led to filling up the creek and a lot more rainfall coming into this town.
That's part of.
Also, Caltrans did, I just remembered this, up above your place, they put in a culvert and messed a bunch of stuff up, and it really added to the flooding of the town. And as per the arena parking lot not having golfers, you may be a little off on that. There's a lot of golfers. If they were to let the grass grow during the season where people come in with their trucks and trailers to participate in events at the arena that bring in revenue for the city, catalytic converters, high grass are not a good mix. So it's a great idea, but it's not going to cure your
It
flooding.
would be, is it my flooding?
It's our flooding,
Yeah. Yeah.
but your personal issue. So the golfers in the parking lot aren't going to cure
You guys,
the flooding. So
we're
that's
gonna-
my comment.
yeah, you guys can have a private discussion,
Yeah, I'm sorry that.
but I appreciate your comments, Darcy.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye, Karina, thank you. All right, anything else about the Broderick flooding? Okay. We are on to pickleball. I like that way better than flooding.
Sorry,
Um,
sorry. I just thought. So I guess, do we have any say over where toilets go?
Somewhat. Right now, I've been instructed by the Jill to have those removed.
And there's no, because it seems like there is a lot of use at the park, right?
I think right now it's an environmental concern. If it were to rain at the same level it did last year, it would pose a hazard to some degree.
Can they, where's the closest public toilet?
There's one at the town square. There's the one here at the park.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do they keep the ones behind skate rink, those back ones open?
no.
No, not.
So, but the
During
one
the
up
event.
front they do.
Yeah, the one up
Okay.
front.
Okay, sorry, that was
Anything
my
else?
question. No, I could, I'll try to put it on my list of things to do, but to check on the B&B and see what they say. Maybe they could offer us a break. I'm just wondering if there's any other public spot that's higher that they could put a toilet to
Yeah,
accommodate
They
people.
probably deal with this stuff all the time.
Yeah, I would imagine so. If it's just a financial issue on the cost of the toilet, well, it's the environmental thing, but then it's the cost is why we're removing it. That's correct.
It's pretty cohesive with us needing to reduce the budget and also fixing the environmental concern that it poses.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I have a question.
So I went to pickleball last night, and there was no staff there, which is fine. But I collected $20, and wondering if there will be staff there. And I'm wondering if the cards that we bought last year, the punch cards, are still available. Because there's some people that bought punch cards that still have punches on them, but we couldn't find them. And whether or not, I wouldn't know how to turn the lights off on the concession side. And Just wondering if staff's gonna be there.
With how budget is right now, we've been asked to reduce staffing for things like the drop-in programs.
Okay,
I know there's other people I've spoken to in the pickleball group that's seemed okay with the self-serve check-in.
yeah, we're fine with
With
it.
the pickleball people I'd
Do you
spoken to
want me to
previously.
collect money?
There has been the Dropbox in the past.
Well, I didn't see a Dropbox.
Okay.
Is it on
'cause
the counter? Can we put all the pickleball stuff out there, like all the passes and that you
It'd
have
be-
from last year?
It'd be nice to have a meeting with the pickleball group soon to kind of hash the details out.
Okay,
So how does that work? Somebody who works for the city opens the gym and just kind of leaves it, and then somebody comes and closes it.
we
Yeah,
closed it.
somebody from the organization that we've had prior agreements with to do that.
So an organization can agree with the city and get used to the gym.
For programs that are pre-approved.
Okay.
Um, I I would commit to it, but I don't go every Tuesday night, so
Hmm.
when I do go though, I can help out.
Yeah, and I would say that's been the hard thing because like I've staffed it the last couple of times, but no one has
Nobody came.
So
That makes it a
there's
problem.
that part where it's hard to, decide to have the staff
Totally.
there. So
You're sitting there with getting paid with no participants.
Yeah.
That happened the first couple weeks, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I got it going now. So
Hmm.
there was like, I don't know.
yeah, and
10
now
or
that I know you're
something.
going to be there, I'll have everything set out and ready for you.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, I'm happy to have a meeting about it.
So that's, you're gonna, do we need to, is that something you guys are gonna set up together
On the side.
on the side? Okay.
Okay.
I'd say it applies to other drop-in programs too, looking at the budget. If we are to offer these to the community and we'd like to, regardless of the organization, I think it's important to see who could offer these and have those discussions to help staff the gaps. So it's not falling on our recreation staffing.
Yeah.
'Cause as Austin said, 2 or 3 weeks of people not showing up, the 4th week, you eventually have to make the hard call.
Yeah. I'm glad we showed up last night.
Yeah, and I was busy because I was over here
Yeah.
in the office like, wow, you got to turn out.
Yeah, finally.
I think the rain too has something to do with it.
It
when it's
definitely
really
does.
rainy.
People are starting to come inside now.
Yeah, and the punch passes too. If there's any that have been pre-purchased, we can work that out.
Okay.
There's a binder that has them somewhere. I'll go look for that tomorrow and get those for you guys.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. I imagine you guys don't have anything else on the pickleball? Okay,
What days is it open? Tuesday?
Tuesday, 5 to 8,
Okay.
$3.
Okay.
Come on down.
I have a
Public
question.
too.
Do the pickleball players that play outside pay a fee to
No.
own those fields?
You mean it here?
No, out at the tennis
Tennis
courts.
courts.
At our tennis courts?
Our tennis
No.
courts.
But they don't pay a fee at any outdoor court in the county.
But I would bet they would pay $5 a piece a month to go towards a toilet.
Probably, yeah.
They like the toilet.
Yeah, they like the toilet because they're old and they have to pee a lot.
Hey. watch your mouth.
Move it
Those
closer
are
to the pickleball.
pickleball.
We might ask them if they would be willing to pay $5 a month as a group.
That's kind of a closed group over there. Like they started during COVID, they didn't let anyone else in. And now they're kind of, so,
There's enough of them to pay for the porta potty though.
I know.
Closed or not,
I know.
bed.
When you see them next, go across the
I
street and
will.
ask them. Okay, we're gonna get on. Anybody else have anything? All right, let's talk about the fee schedule and the ad hoc report. Did we get anywhere with
So I
that?
got some information on it. I was able, Arcata sent me over a spreadsheet and that listed all their fees for every facility that they had.
Mm-hmm.
I've reached out to Eureka. They're more reluctant. Well, all the cities, and they're more reluctant, and their websites are very difficult to navigate because
Hmm.
you have to schedule something to be able to see the fees. So if I want to see what they charge to rent a park, I have to say this is
Yep.
for 10 people on this date, and schedule it and then they're going to email me and tell me what the fee is.
What?
So it's so I'm my friend that was able to in Arcata that works for the city that sent me over Arcata's fee schedules. He has connections with other,
Oh, okay.
so he's working to getting that.
Is it Cullen?
It's cool. Yeah, he's a great guy.
Uh-huh.
So I'm still working, that. I haven't reached out to Julie because that I figured that is gonna be the easiest part. Like she'll have all that information.
Yeah, she wanted to focus on the horses.
Yeah, and I figured she'd give me that right away. And then
Yeah.
Brian's been busy. He hasn't been able to help with that as well. But also I understand that there's with budget and whatnot, there's some more information that we're gonna need or whatnot, or is that?
I think there's a need to look at our fees and while we still want to have things affordable, there's a big need to increase our rates to support our programs and our park maintenance. And there's a lot of funds and project codes, as they call them, in our budget. But when you look at it from a bird's eye view, it's hard to see those different revenues and expenditures. But by raising our fees, we can help offset other areas and increase Parks and Rec as a whole. And there's also, I think, larger opportunities like the wedding packages or quinceañeras that we could build in that's not currently built in. So there's a gray area there that needs to be addressed while people use our facilities. And lastly, the facility impact itself and the community impact that it has. I don't know if that's been properly weighted in the past, but talking with the different groups or stakeholders that these events do affect, factoring that all in is going to be important when we give this revised proposal to council.
Right. So like, was there much flack from the community as far as like, say, like I believe your event's one of the largest contributors for cash flow for the city. But there's probably, was there a lot of feedback from the community, whether they're happy with it or not?
We tried to
The
stay in
Festival of Courage.
closer contact this year with community members that were in the direct area of the event, especially with the noise and the parking and traffic.
2 of them helped a lot.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Like it was awesome.
Um,
Yeah, so it was good.
but in some meetings identifying and talking about the impact that it has on residents, we've looked at kind of zoning Blue Lake into different areas. So depending on where your larger special event is, consulting with those neighbors on what impacts that they experience during those times.
For some of the other events, like some of the bike races and things like that, and where they do the camping out in the field, is that free? I don't know.
Those are prior city manager agreements, but those are also areas that haven't been built into our fee schedule, as well as using it for parking overflow for larger events. It's been recommended that we consider that as its own rentable space, that we would require over a certain amount of people or whatever the trigger is, that it needs to be added on to ensure people aren't parking in the neighborhood.
Right.
Yes, sir.
I can speak to the fee that we do pay about $150 for a permit fee, but other than that, camping out there is free for now.
What's the permit fee for?
Special event permit.
Oh, so the organization got that.
The organization
Okay.
has a special event permit. And part of that permit is to get camping.
Right, that's a pretty good deal.
I sincerely believe that most campers out there would pay a small fee if that's
Yeah.
something that the Parks and Rec or the city council.
I rode
decides
through
that
there
they're
and
doing.
there's a lot of money in there.
I think they would.
I think people pay
They're like
$5, $10, $20 a
$60,000 rigs with the
something like that. So
$10,000
Yeah.
bikes.
I think so. That they have
$20.
nice flat area. They have the porta potty. There's water there too, right?
Yeah.
we pay for the porta potties.
Oh, you pay for the porta
organization
potty? Oh,
pays
nice.
for the porta potties.
Okay.
The city does put in time for mowing the yard.
That was
before
me.
the camping. They'll send somebody. Yeah.
I donated that. I mowed it. Yeah,
Nice.
and the fire pit too.
Good job.
Great.
Yeah.
There are a lot of donations to go into.
Yeah,
those
there are,
organizations,
exactly.
A lot of volunteer work into it.
We had a presentation a couple meetings ago from Marty
Oh, about the campground.
about the campground. I love that.
Paper.
I think
So
that
you're
would
in charge now.
Something to consider,
Yeah.
but if you do decide to go that route, please stay in contact with our CMBA. And we could technically, when we collect the fees for the race registration, we could collect fees for camping at the same time. Something to think of in the future.
Oh.
Don't tell them I told you.
be.
You I'm on the board of directors and I should
Yeah.
probably be keeping this to myself, but people would definitely.
Yeah.
like if that's something the city wants to venture into.
Great.
Definitely. I mean, they're creating an impact.
But also, once you start charging a fee for that, you also have to consider the California recreational use statute is no longer in effect. And that puts you on the hook
What is it?
for liability.
Oh,
California recreational use statute. If you're unfamiliar with it, basically it says, property owners are not on the hook for, a liability
Oh.
if somebody gets hurt. Unless they go out of the way to make it dangerous for
Right.
somebody. I recommend looking it up if you're not familiar with that statute, but it's pretty common throughout the whole country.
and what did you say about it? It's no longer.
Yeah, if
You're not
you start
charging.
charging for use in that area.
Oh, yeah.
You don't fall under that anymore.
Oh, yeah,
but-
yeah, yeah.
but then maybe you got to consider your, RCMBA is insured and the city has insurance, so there's
Right.
other things to consider, but that's,
Okay.
if you're gonna go down that rabbit hole and look into all of these different, laws,
And then there's a waiver too. You could have them signed.
they already do.
It's
that.
always helpful. I'm sure you do.
And as a whole, I've been working with our risk management providers, other municipalities up here, and organizations to combine their applications and try to create a pretty comprehensive packet
Oh,
that
neat.
walks through and then has the fee schedule and the relevant ordinances and resolutions.
Mm-hmm.
But things that I'm not missing or I don't have in there, I'd love for people to suggest when that's available on a draft basis.
I love the idea of the quinceañeras because like I'm a high school teacher and I hear kids talking about stuff like that all the time, and I know people make a
Yeah.
lot of money
Hmm.
hosting those events, so it
Mhm.
seems like that could be something that people would be into.
Yeah, expos as well, sober grad nights, dances. They're all things that aren't currently in our fee structure, so there's the gray area that it would be nice to clarify.
Are you also looking at summer camp fees?
Yeah, fees as a whole overall,
Mhm.
and permit fees
And so
themselves.
we've always been super low.
I'll renew my work on that and try to get you the information as soon as I can. Tomorrow I'll send over the Arcata fee schedule and
Okay.
what they charge it on everything. It's it it seems like we have less facilities than almost every other community
Yeah.
around, so it's not apples to apples, but it gives us an idea.
Yeah, I've noticed other places like Fortuna, they've installed 4 or 5 pavilion
Mhm.
gazebos so they can rent them out throughout the day, and it's technically 5 different spaces.
Oh, wow.
But we don't always have the space for that here.
Yeah.
Right, it seems like when we do have events out there, they're big events.
Yeah.
Every time I see like private parties that are to take up the whole Perigo Park.
Hmm. And there's been different suggestions too, like charging a percentage of ticket sales or alcohol sales that other organizations have let me know that they do impose on renters. So it's a creative way to make more money on top of the rental fee itself.
All right. Moving on.
That's all I have for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. And do we have a bike skate park update?
We've winterized the site with help of volunteers. October 15th was the date that had to be done. So we've used a combination of tarps, sandbags, hydro seating on the side. and-
Better signage.
Yeah, signage and also reinforcing the fencing there.
Okay. So it's tucked in for the winter.
Yes.
And then I think I saw a June opening date.
I'd have to talk. I know right now it says 2026, kind
Yeah.
of keeping it general. We're still waiting to hear back from the grant that I'd submitted. a few months ago.
Oh,
How are we on donations? Any more donations towards it?
I'd have to check with our
But
finance
they're
department.
happening a little bit.
I'd have to check.
Oh. Okay, any other questions about the bike park? Anybody?
I would like to know how many grants and what the grants you've applied for, if there is.
The one grant right now for LWCF, it's the Land Water Conservation
Okay, I'm
Fund.
familiar with that one.
I roughly think it's for 500,000 is the overall grant itself. The project that they would be funding is 250, I believe.
When do they let you know when?
December was the general period they said, so hopefully soon.
Anything else, sir? Okay. All right, are there any announcements? I can't see that person.
I have two. One, we issued a community storm advisory. It's available on the website and on the social media page for people. And we do have a sandbag training this Friday at 4 p.m. for anybody who wants to learn how to fill a sandbag, stack them properly, or needs access to the bags and sand itself. And the courtyard's on Taylor Way.
What did you call it? A community?
A community sandbag training.
No, but you were right before that. It was a
announcement, the storm announcement?
Storm now.
community storm
Advisory.
advisory. Thank you.
Yes.
Are we? What are like? Where are we thinking we're gonna need a sandbag?
Front of
Certain
Karina's
residents
house.
have done it
Oh.
around their house, and we've done it in the low spots in the park to try to mitigate the water.
They do it out on the boulevard. Yes, ma'am. You don't have to raise your hand.
Just want you all to know there's lots of sand, extra sand from the horse arena down at the courtyard to fill up a bunch of sandbags.
Oh, okay.
And if you're desperate and the courtyard's not open, just go to the horse arena and put some sand in bags so you could use it,
From outside the gates.
anywhere.
Really?
Just
Along the,
if
maybe
it's
along the
if the
fence line.
courtyard's
Okay.
not open to access sand and it's
Are
an
you guys have an
emergency,
abundance
I'm
of
just
sand?
saying. Well, we have a bunch down at the courtyard, so
Oh,
there's
A little
lots.
extra,
okay.
yeah.
How do weeds not grow in there?
It's beach sand.
Because we
That's
turn
salt.
it. We drag the
Salt.
arena.
And we drag
And
it a
it's-
couple times a week and
At
we
least.
weed it.
Oh, okay.
We maintain it.
Yeah, that's what it is. Good job, you guys. All right. Any other announcements?
Go ahead.
Lucia?
You had your hand
Okay.
up.
I am so excited about this. I know you guys can't all see what this is. It's the footprint of a Bigfoot, and it is the skate park in Willow
Willow
Creek,
Creek.
Oh,
Yes!
that's so cool.
And it's done.
and it's
finished.
done.
Nice.
It's
Yes.
done. 11 years. Oh.
It took a minute, but
They didn't start it. They didn't
So
start it
great.
last
That
year.
is so cool. Is it at the big park?
Are you
it,
It took a decade, hundreds of million, and a couple $1 million.
and it's a giant Bigfoot, and it's
That
done,
is
and
super
it's
cool.
so
Bigfoot lives there.
Yeah.
Oh, right, to-
Yes, they are building a bike park as well. You said, yeah.
Wow, that's neat. Thanks for sharing that.
Oh, you're welcome.
Sounds like it's gonna be a race.
And just think, James had an announcement?
Yeah, I just want to mention that Brian Course, he wants to join the committee,
Mm-hmm.
but he has a scheduling conflict.
Oh,
But he stated if we were willing, again, he really wants to join and contribute, but he asked if we'd be willing to move the meeting to second Wednesday of the month instead of the first Wednesday.
I know I have to check my calendar because our South.
So all I'm asking is we look at, Emily included, we all look at our schedules,
Yeah.
see if it works for us. If it does, then
I don't think I have a problem with it.
One Wednesday is the same to me as the
same-
next. So.
same here.
Yeah. Okay, so will we put that on the next agenda?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Okay, so we have future agenda.
One more thing.
Oh, one more announcement.
This is a fun one too. If anyone would like one of these flyers, It's from the
Mm.
Walkable Livable Community folks. They're going to be here on December 3rd. To at least, does anyone else want one? Our CMBA talks about a lot of things. It's going to be at the Warfinger from 5:30 to 8:30. I don't know Victor Dover or Josh Meyer, but Dan Burden was the one who helped us in this town when we had our initial visioning in 1998 and was part of developing the whole walkable, livable community of the town square,
Oh, wow.
Greenwood, and all of that. And so,
Oh,
and
neat.
again, that took years and years, but he's one of the presenters in this. So
Very cool. Thank you for sharing that.
you're welcome.
Any other announcements? All right, let's go on to future. Oh, gosh, a lot of announcements.
I got confirmation our tree's coming, holiday tree donated by Green Diamond the first week of December. Our tree lighting will be December 14th. It's a Sunday, the day after the truckers parade. So we're gonna reach out and see if any truckers would like to bring their lighted up trucks to our festivities the next day. And we're trying to collaborate with businesses and organizations to fill in the gaps for the tree lighting. So if there's any programming or activities people would like to do, please reach out. I'm going to send a general email this week out to everyone I can think of and fill in the gaps. So far, we have organized rock painting with Mad River Brewery and the Humboldt Gem and Mineral Society the day before on the 13th, so people can paint a rock and leave it underneath the holiday tree
Oh, neat.
following day.
Oh, cool.
And then are we
Oh.
doing the Parks and Rec dinner that night as well, or
We
not sure?
don't have that planned as of right now. We do have the Gnome Adventure planned. A volunteer group comes and sets up a small
Oh, yeah.
gnome village for little ones on the stage at Prash Hall. So if there's any way we could combine Prash Hall with that, would be great to fill in. And they're
Mhm.
going to have that for 2 weekends, it sounds, the first weekend of the 13th and 14th, and the second weekend of the 20th and 21st, I believe. And the 20th is the Winter Wonderland Horse Story Tour.
Yeah, I was wondering, shouldn't we be talking about that at this meeting, or is it the next meeting that we talk about that?
Most of that's
Already
pretty
planned?
set in place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
I am the gnome adventure lady.
Hi.
Okay, it's news to me that the dinner's not happening, so, yeah, we should, so probably, are you
Yeah.
thinking about other things happening in that space?
We've had some people talk about some various ideas. We just want to make sure it's not going to impact the gnome adventure experience for the little ones.
Okay, but yeah, but we also want, it's good.
Yeah, we want to be able to draw people to Prash Hall,
Yeah.
but not oversee
Yeah,
your thing.
okay,
Have a craft day.
yeah, I want to
Mhm.
check with you about setup times and stuff,
Yeah.
yeah.
If we could touch base after the meeting too, or at a different point. But right now, we're working on getting our stage cleared and clean for you to be able to set up smoothly.
Mhm. All right, any other announcements?
That's what I've got.
Okay, got another one?
No.
Okay, future agenda items. Looks like the bike and skate park is gonna be up there. It'll be on our agenda every time. And then the next meeting is December 3rd. We'll decide at that meeting if we're gonna go with the second Wednesday of the month. And do we have a motion to adjourn?
Take that motion.
I'll
A second.
that.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no, and motion passes.